What's up, Electric All Wheel? A lot of you who have been following the channel know that we have been working on a aftermarket controller that allows you to throttle past 20 miles an hour. We have gotten a display, an M5 display, that it has a 4-button controller, so power and mode are actually separate on this one rather than them being combined. It has worked. One of the keys to that was we wanted to be able to plug in with the cabling that existed for the controller already, rather than it having to be run. So we have that, and what we know is that this controller has been updated for the amperage output, and that is continuous, so you can actually check your peak amps while you're riding. That's one we'll be looking for. I do have a concern that the PAS settings will be off. Rather than they be limited through a select set from 1 through 20 for PAS 1 through 4, I feel like it's gonna increase incrementally, which will mean that PAS 1 will be a high mile per hour, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, which means that perhaps I can modify in the display, or it will have to be reprogrammed. I'm not sure about that either, so we shall see. Anyway, I'm just gonna get it installed and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna put it on this white one. I'm not gonna do the full install. I'm gonna rest it in this cup holder and then leave this out and then check my settings with it. I'll wear the GoPro chest camera while I'm on it, because at those speeds I'm gonna wanna have a helmet on, and then we'll see how it goes. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe. YouTube is our primary. E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida is the Facebook group that you wanna be in. Get in there, make an event, go out e-bike riding with your friends. Here we go. This bike does have a balancer in it, and we're gonna actually leave that so we can test it while it's open. Factory controller. This is our aftermarket. You can actually see the size difference, which we really like. This is what we're hoping to get more throttle out of. All right, here's my display. So I'm just gonna unplug it. And plug in this one. So we know we got function. I'm gonna go ahead and button up this bike and get on the road. All right, GPS speedometer. I'm gonna check the current readout first just to make sure that it's actually working. This is in Pt.2. I'm gonna look for top speed on that, and we'll change this as I'm riding. And then we're gonna look for entire top speed for the whole thing. So here we go. First, we're just gonna make sure that the current meter is working. It's a busy day on the trail. See if we have a match here. I am not pedaling. I do wonder about the quality of my GPS meter. It does at the higher speeds catch, so it's going over, and we know that it's increased beyond that, but what I'm not seeing is like a match for match. I'm still not disappointed with it. I can feel the speed beyond normal, so I'm okay with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the speed of Pt.2. So I'm going to pedal on this one and not use throttle. This is showing a steady 14.6. This is showing a 12, so now it's bumping 14. I was in a bunch of trees, so we now see a match on our GPS, which is good. That's Pt.2 at 14, 15 miles an hour. So that is as predicted. In the trees again, so I don't know if we're going to get a match, but Pt.2 is looking right around 20 miles, 21 miles per hour. There we go, we came into a gap, so now we are showing a decent match with the speed here. depending on the GPS, are looking pretty accurate. 21 is coming into a clear zone, so we know that the GPS speed is looking like what we're getting on the calculated for the display. So now I'm going to bump it up to pass 3. So here's the thing, everybody knows that generally speaking, you're ghost pedaling. You're ghost pedaling past 18 miles an hour. I think everybody in the electric community knows this. So the expectation for being able to use PAS appropriately for something like this, I think it's gone out the window. You've pretty much turned your bike past PAS 1 on a setting like this into an electric scooter / motorcycle. It does work, and honestly, it's just nice to have it at your fingertips for throttle. So I think I would be happy with that, but I don't necessarily think that this is for the everyday rider. You have to know what you want if you're going to pick this up. So something we're hoping we get out of this, and we've checked preliminarily, and we're going to do it again, and we're going to go see what it's like on a ride, but it looks like we get selection of PAS settings, so you can do 1 through 3, 1 through 5, or 1 through 9 on setting P05. So pretty excited about that. We'll see how it goes. So that's PAS 2. I feel no resistance. It hits at about 13 miles an hour. PAS 3, seemingly 14. 4 runs a bump straight to 20, which doesn't really do much for the allocation. 5, 22. 6, not much there. 7, 25, 26 miles an hour. I'm seeing like 120 degrees. So you have to be conscious of this, and you can't run it like it's full throttle all the time. It is just not built for that. You want a 72 volt system if you're going to go for that. Yeah. Current meter doesn't work. So where are we with this? We have a package lot of 10 of these, and I think we're going to put them out there for you diehards at a price you can't refuse. And then we'll put a disclaimer waiver on the purchase for these, so you know that everybody is understanding this is way beyond what Lectric intended. And we know that too, but it's nice to have that throttle. And for every one of you speed junkies, you just want it because that's your bike, and we understand. Here's what we know. Some of you operate under the keep my amperage discharge or my current below 18, and therefore I preserve range. If you're in preservation of range and then you're getting this controller to have the max throttle, then likely your focus will need to shift to your voltage, which would be being conscious of voltage drop during use, and then checking voltage after a static standstill or continuous throttling or pedaling. And that way you know that your voltage readout is worthwhile. The current readout is not something that we have much confidence in, and we're not sure how we're going to deal with that because we have a surplus of the controllers and not enough of the displays, and it is the programming in the controller that actually is giving us that. So we have a problem there. Other than that, you saw how the speeds matched. Actually, my GPS phone app wasn't able to get it because there are a lot of trees while I'm riding up, but I could see the peaks, and then they would start matching velocity while I was out there. So I know that it is actually reaching that. There's a PAS setting options so that you can go PAS 1 through 3, PAS 1 through 5, and PAS 1 through 9, or 0 to 3, 0 to 5, and 0 through 9. That's what they actually are. The breakout for 0 through 9 is not stellar. The allocation of current is not great, but it does have a difference. It seemed like a couple of them, PAS 6 wasn't really worthwhile. So if you're used to the 1 through 5, you can keep that. We do not have a settings book, so you're going to have to look for the M5 manual on the internet. We're trying to find the best one, but it's a lot of different brands that have done their separate programming just like Lectric did. So we'll see where it goes from there. Not much issue with the display selection. It's just M is now a fourth button rather than being coupled with the power button. After that, holding the plus minus are the exact same for getting into the settings of this M5 display. The space savings in the compartment works well. This does have a balancer from Electric All Wheel, so we did have dual battery while we were on it. I was able to throttle up to 27 plus miles an hour. This is the XP 2.0. I know that I've been able to do it with the XP 1.0 as well. We just haven't made the switch because I have the nice cable wrappings on there and I'm not ready for that yet. This is the tester bike right now. We know there are some differences with some of the like models in XP 2.0. We've had a couple of individuals that we sent out the precursors to this set. So for Drool and Lee, we appreciate that. So we got to make sure that those are set. So it will be likely an entirely new display and controller package to make this work. So to deal with that, we made the plug-in for the display, and then we also have the smaller controller for the compartment in the XP 2.0, so that makes it easier to fit with your dual battery discharge balancer. We have 8 units that we know that we can sell, so we're likely going to patch those up and package those up and put them out there, and we'll make them available to you guys. We know that it's going to be followers of the Electric All Wheel channel that get to them first, and then we're going to see what we can do about the rest of the units and then how we can fine tune this. They come together. It'll be the controller and the display, everything as described. So you'll watch this video, keep that in mind. Keep in mind there's no manual either, so you're going to have to use what you can find on the interwebs to get your information. But the M5 display is pretty popular, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. It's going to be a combination of things, and generally speaking, they are preset except for the PAS levels, which we show you in the video. We're on this, but there's a whole lot of other stuff that we've got going on too, so we're just trying to manage this and the expectations of it as well, because we know what it means to some of you, and it's not necessarily the flavor of the day for others. So please give us a like and subscribe. YouTube is our primary, Facebook, Instagram, E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida, Facebook group. If you're in the area, get in there, make an event, go for a ride with your friends. We have electricallwheel.com, the Facebook page. We have Reels. We have, man, what is the new Threads? We haven't been very active on Threads, but we're gonna try. We have them, and when I can get out there, I'm gonna do it. And then keep an eye out. We've got a throttle package coming, so that there's new grips and then the thumb throttle, which actually plugs in here as well. We're excited about that. And that's it. We'll talk to you next time.